presentation. The presentation session is for taking out the ability inside you as a public speaker, the content which you already know, how to deliver your content in front of people. So presentation session enables every student that how to build confidence and speak publicly. So we have students from class 7, 8, 9, 10 graduation and even post graduation here, a mixed crowd. And we'll come to know that how a person. So first of all, I would like to invite Satyam from class 8. Put your hands together for him.
Good evening, friends. I am Satyam Kumar, and my topic is a very general topic. I can say average student know this thing, but not more clearly. So I want to clear this topic in front of you. If you like science or no, not. So I will make this clear. So my topic is from physics. The topic is electric current and its effect. So firstly, the heading of my topic is related with electricity, and the content is the electric current. So first you will ask that what is electric current? So the electric current is the rate of flow of charge from a particular cross-section of a conductor in a second. This is known as the current. So in this two topics I will teach you that the first is the charge and the second will be the potential. So the first is the charge. So what is charge? Charge is the physical, it's the character of a particle, and the charge is of two types. The first is the positive charge and second is the negative charge. So firstly I will talk about that what is positive charge. So you have listened that a atom takes electron or give electron to balance. This thing a common man knows, and because of this balancing a charge develop in that atom. So when the atom donate its electron, so what happen in this? So because of the donation, the quantity of electron and the quantity of the proton get unbalanced, and when they get imbalanced, a thing emerge that is known as the charge. What type of charge? That's the positive charge, and second is the negative charge. So the first was the donation, so the second will be the taking of electrons. So when an atom takes electron, so the quantity of the proton and electron get unbalanced, and the electrons quantity get higher and the proton is less. So in that case we get a charge that's called negative charge, and this is that about the charge. And one thing that is in it, a charge has its own electric field. So what is electric field? So it is the field or range or area from where a charged particle can attract the test charge or repel it. So first case I will take, that is the positive charge case. So the positive charge has also its electric field, and it is different from the negative charged field. So in that, the positive charge attracts it repels the test charge. In this, what happens, the positive charge repels the test charge because the test charge comes in its field. And this is that in the case of this is in the case of the positive charge. But what will be in the negative charge? So in the negative charge, when we brought that the test charge in that field, it will attract, because you have listened that the like charges or the like things repel each other and the unlike attract. So this is all about that what is charge. But a main thing but a main thing is there, that's potential. What is potential? So I will explain you that the electric field of a charge get spreaded to infinite, and from infinite point the work done to bring a test charge to the field of the charge, the work done is known as the potential. This is the potential, and you will ask me that the formula what that. So the potential is equals to the work done by charge. So this is the potential, and one thing in it, that's the potential difference. So what's potential difference? So the potential difference is when you will bring two test charges to the electric field of a particular charge. So there will be some difference. Suppose there will be slight difference or more difference, but there is a difference. This difference is known as the potential difference. Is it clear? So that's all about that I want to teach you. So the next speaker will be Satyamanand.
Good evening to all here who are present. I am Satyamanand to deliver the topic that is internet. Internet. We know that internet is a global area network which is connected with a number of electronic devices and a computer. It is a very dangerous thing. First, addiction. Addiction is a process in which human attract with a full of human action, that is humanity, dishonesty, anxiety, etc. It may be disturbance of study, works, etc. The human still stop their work. Second, time waster. Technology may go on and produce a large number of promoter to distract our works and study. That is videos, video gaming, Instagram, etc. Third, destruction. Internet causes many destruction. In every house, the multitasking device is available, that is phone. When an man meditate in his work, the phone is ringing. The man quiet the work and start the multitasking device. That is harmful. Fourth, spam and advertisement. It is a hacking type in which a man full of emotion with another man and bought their OTP number to control his bank account. Fifth, hacking. What is hacking? Hacking is a process in which we control his authorities, bank accounts in our hand. Fifth, bird killer. Technology may go on and produce a large number of parameters to distract not only person and animal but also. In this time, 5G mobile is launched. It may be kill of bird. In my opinion, I say that in future 6G, 8G launch, there will be no birds and animal who are living in Earth. A big question arises is that the internet is a safe for business transaction. Yes, it's safe for, but the involved particles may separate on. That's all to my side. Thank you. Next will be speaker Saksham.
Good evening, I am Saksham Kumar and today is our presentation session. And now, today I am going to tell the world history that how it relate the coming of the East India Company. First, the Muslim. This religion get popularized in the Middle East, and because of this, the number of people get increased and capture on the land trade, and because of this the middle person get increased in between the trade and the prices get high, and because of this the European peoples were not able to buy anything, and this rise a problem. And then after the two men, the Columbus and second word we are knowing that that came to our India. First the Columbus, Vasco da Gama. The Columbus also get out from their territory to find the India, but he doesn't found, but he found the America, which is we are knowing the America. That is also a powerful places, and in America there are many people. On them the Columbus go there and capture the resources and over the people. They take many people from there, and he tell in the Portugal that he found the India, but he doesn't. And the second, the Vasco da Gama gone for actual India, and he found also. And then when he come to the India, he know that what are the things are here, and he buys many spices that is much popular in that place. And then the Vasco da Gama go into their place and tell that I found the real India. And then after the Columbus get demoralized, and then after they know that where is the actual India is. They also done many bad things with the American people or the Inca or Maya civilization that are already there, and they start ruling all over the America. And then after they also rule over the Africa, because the Africa come in between the ocean route of the India, and then they come in the India, and there they go into the Mughal emperor, the Jahangir, and we are knowing that he gave him a right to in 1717 that you can pay the custom duty in the Bengal, and at that time he has spread all over the India, you can say. And then after the one battle arise, that is known as the Battle of Plassey. It was the turning point of the East India Company from trade to territory. First, the company was misusing their right. They start doing the much trade as much as possible from the Bengal, and because of that, the Nawab Surajudaulah got angered and tell the company that you can't misuse your right. And this was become the reason for the Battle of Plassey. And then they meet at the place in Bengal, the Plassey, and then after that they aligned with the Mir Jafar, the commander of the Surajudaulah, and he collapsed the army, and then the Britisher get win. And after the Battle of Palasi, the Mir Jafar become the Nawab of the Bengal, and he get only 24 village to rule there, to do their administration, and the rest of them will give the money to the company. And then Mir Jafar also know that it can't be possible to run the Bengal before, because there at that time the Bengal is the Bihar, Jharkhand, actual Bengal, and Odisha also come in that. And it, you can think that this much of place can't be administered in 24 village revenue. And then after he refused their post, and then the Mir Qasim is also the one of the relative of his get become the Nawab, and he know that it can't be possible to run the country. He aligned with the Shah Alam II and the Awadh ruler, and get aligned and gone for the battle with company, and both of them meet at the Buxar in the place of, it is also a place in the Bengal. And after that, when the Bengal battle of Buxar end, he get the Diwani right. Through this he can do the he can take the revenue from the Bengal, collect the revenue from the Bengal, and rule over them. This was the both battle was the step from the trade to territory, and they capture on that. And after that, the Mughal rulers' condition get become more bad. You can't imagine. And that's all from my side. Thank you. And now I want to give my mic to Aditya Bhaiya.
So good evening everyone, myself Aditya in front of you, and today is our presentation session. So today I am going to talk about Supreme Court of India. So yeah, as we all know that the Supreme Court of India is the apex court of our country, which is responsible for the formulation of laws and regulation for our country. Supreme Court of India is a country's most highest court, and it is the last place where you can raise appeal against the jurisdiction of any high court. It was established on 1950 on 28 January. As we all know that the Supreme Court is responsible for giving verdicts for the crimes, for the big crimes in my opinion. And that's why right now the topic Supreme Court of India is one of the most important topics in syllabus of civil services and other government examinations. So let us talk about some history. Let us talk about the history of Supreme Court. So in year 1935, the Federal Court of India was established by the government under the Government of India Act 1935. That court was responsible for resolving the dispute between the federal states and provisions, and also responsible for taking the appeal against the verdict of the high courts. But after independence, the Judiciary Committee and the Federal Court of our country have decided to replace themselves with a one court which is called the Supreme Court. In the initial days, there were only 7 judges, excluding the Chief Justice of our country. But after years and years, by making amendments, right now there are total 34 judges in Supreme Court. So like that is a short introduction about the history of Supreme Court. Now we will talk about the functions of Supreme Court. So the first function of Supreme Court is it takes the appeal against the jurisdiction of any high court. I mean, we are living in a country, we are living in a democratic country where each and every citizen have some personal rights. Each and every citizen have a right to raise their voice against the wrong jurisdiction of any court. And that's why the Constitution of India have given us that kind of right that we can raise our voice in Supreme Court of our country. The second function of Supreme Court is it settled down the dispute between the state government and central government. As we all know that state government and central governments are the parts of the governing bodies of our country. And we need a court at national level who can resolve the dispute between these two government bodies, because it is very necessary to make a coordination between a central government and the state government. The third thing, that Supreme Court of India is responsible for formulation of laws. As we all know that there are different kind of sections which was passed by the Supreme Court of India. And I mean, it play a very important role in amendments. Like if any amendment had been made, it will be made by the permission of Chief Justice and the Supreme Court. The fourth function is Supreme Court of India can exercise duo motu. Now, what is the meaning of duo motu? So, duo motu refers to the taking action against any person without consulting any other person. Like it is in the power of Supreme Court that they can take action regarding any criminal activities and regarding any activity which is not according to the Indian Penal Code of our country. So that was some functions of Supreme Court of India. Now we will discuss about the composition of judges in Supreme Court. So currently there are total 34 judges in Supreme Court of our country, including the Chief Justice. The judges sitting on the second and third benches are called the divisional benches, and the judges who are sitting on beyond the 5 benches are called constitutional benches. So as we know that Supreme Court of India is situated in Delhi. Like it is a kind of a principal place for the Supreme Court, but the Chief Justice of our country have a power to change the principal place of of the Supreme Court. So, like if you want to be a Chief Justice of our country, you have to be an Indian citizen along with criteria of age below 65 years. There are more criteria that you have to be a judge in the High Court for more than 5 years. The second criteria, you have to be an advocate in any High Court for almost 10 years or more than 10 years. And the third thing, that you must be in a consultation of President, because President suggests the name of the Chief Justice for appointment. So like that was a short and simple introduction about the Supreme Court of our country. Like I have a lot of information regarding it, but it will take a lot of time. So thank you. I will pass the mic to Aniket.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Aniket Kumar, and today I'm going to narrate a story. This is a story of a small town girl who had interest in writing as hobby. At the age of 6, she wrote her first story of a rabbit named Rabbit. She narrated the story to her mother, and she liked it a lot, so she encouraged her to write more. In her school days, she was very shy and introvert. She would always live in a world of fantasy and always kept on writing something into her scrubby little notebook. At the age of 15, her grandmother, whom she was very close to, passed away. But when do misfortunes in life come alone? As if this was not enough, her relationship with her father soured, and her mother became seriously ill with a brain disabling disease. This was the biggest shock of her life, and her mother's condition was getting worse day by day. And very soon, her mother passed away, and she felt the loss deeply. But the life needs to move on.
One day, while reading a local newspaper, she saw an advertisement for a job of an English teacher in Portugal. She was in search for a job and wanted to start a new life. So she took the opportunity and went to Portugal to teach. In Portugal, she met a TV journalist in a bar. They talked with each other and found out that they share a common interest in an English journalist, Jane Austen. They liked each other's company, and soon they started spending more time together. And after a year, they got happily married and were blessed with a beautiful daughter after a year. The life seemed to move on smoothly, but again, it took a very dark turn. She became a victim of domestic abuse and was kicked out of the house by her husband. So she left the country with a newborn baby, and now she was unemployed and living on state benefits. And by the way, for those who don't know, state benefit is the money provided by the government for the person who are poor or ill and do not have any job. Like, she was so poor that her friends helped her to pay the rent, and sometimes she wouldn't even eat so that her daughter would have more food. And because of all these circumstances, she considered herself as a complete failure, and it seemed like the band of misfortune would never take an end. She was broke. She fell into a complete depression. She had no hope to survive and even tried to commit suicide at once in her life. But her daughter inspired her to seek help, and she eventually did what she could do the best: to write fantasy novels. She would forget about everything while sitting at her desk, and so she started writing more and more. She would often go to cafe to work on her books, and she couldn't afford any food at cafe, but still she ordered 1 cup of coffee every time, so the cafe owner won't kick her out of that cafe. Somehow she managed to complete the first 3 chapters of her book, and so she sent the story to a publisher, but unfortunately, he quickly gave her a pass. So she sent the story to another publisher, but again, the answer was no. Her mailbox was filling up with rejection, and after sending the story to 12 different publishers and getting rejected by every single one of them, she began losing hope and confidence on her story. But finally, one day, the editor at Bloomsbury Publishing Company decided to read her story. Unfortunately, his 8-year-old daughter was also with him, and she loved the opening chapters and was very curious to read more. This made the publisher publish the story, and but still the publisher said that you should find a full-time job because you won't make any money out of this fantasy story for children. So in June 1997, at the age of 31, her first story, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, was published with an initial print run of just 1,000 copies. But when the readers tasted the story, the demand of the book rose dramatically. 5 months later, the book won its first award, the Nestle Smarties Book Prize. And currently, it has become the best-selling book ever written. And now, she is one of the best-selling authors of all time. And the girl I'm talking about is none other than the one and only J.K. Rowling. She was, she went from being unemployed to one of the best-selling authors. And in 2004, a magazine, Forbes magazine, named J.K. Rowling to be the first billionaire by writing books. And the movie franchisee, based on her books, The Harry Potter, has grossed over $7.7 billion in box office revenue. So this was the story of J.K. Rowling. I hope you all liked it. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to call my next speaker, Miss Ananya.
Good evening to one and all present here and today's presentation session, and my topic is stereotype. So I guess everyone has gone to the school and have suffered this issue, stereotype, especially for the girls. And even boys have looked upon in your colony, society, school, everywhere. Some few examples, I would like to start with some examples like boy can't wear pink color, and girls can't go out, and boys can't relate to some color which are including girls into girls, and boys can't cry. I guess this is the biggest issue you all know, and you must know about this. So let's start what girls go through in stereotype. In our country, every year 2,000 people used to die for stereotype. Even I'm not only saying for girls, even boys also, because family member used to pressurize a lot. You know what? When a girl used to play games, and even a boy used to play a room, when the room is a pack full of a boys and a girls, if a girl is crying, everyone is going to support her and say, don't cry, you have lose, maybe you will win next time. But if a boy is crying, everyone will say, why are you crying? You're not a girl. This sentence, when a boy used to hear, why are you crying? You're not a girl. They used to have a more pen before losing that. Like they have already lose the game, but after listening this sentence, they already lose most of the thing. So it's not their fault. It's a society. It's our society, because it has been made from childhood only. When parents used to buy a toys, the boy used to get guns and all, but the girls used to get kitchen set and all. So this is the biggest issue of our country, and especially in Bihar, UP and all these sites. Even in foreign, these things are replacing, but in especially Bihar, UP side, these are on the top, because we are suffering daily to daily life. Even nowadays, what happened when they used to go in upper area, like maybe some people wants to go abroad or anywhere, they used to suffer these things because they already have a different mind perspective from them. So they when used to make friends, they be like, even still also boys be like, they don't want to wear pink color. Why? You can wear it. Let's accept from here only. Now, if you start wearing, then only things will be changed. But the boys also be like, no, I can't, because I'll not go in that perspective, because things will go on a wrong side. Stereotype, it has been coming from the early age. It has been coming from before and before, like when the priest used to teach, the Brahmins used to teach from that time, because from that time girls don't used to get to study. Even when they used to get study, they used to be in a room, and they can't go out. Still also, the girls can't able to go out after 8 o'clock. People used to say it's orthodox, but somehow it's true, because we can't go out after 8 o'clock or something, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. We will not be able to, because it is somewhere. Things why this is happening, we can't go out. From early age, it has been coming that from 8 o'clock, if you go out, you will be catched by someone. People will get chance to raise anything for you. The one who want to do wrong, they also get some effects. If they will go after 8 o'clock, I can do. Even when some court judgments also we used to hear earlier, they used to come like this, she has gone after 8 o'clock, that's why this happened. Even movies, I guess lots of movies we have, Pink, I guess, in Pink this was done now, that after 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock she has gone out and she used to hear. So the first step is to change your mentality, and the main problem is in our mentality. It has been entered that kitchen set is for girls and doctor set and gun is for boys. Let's change this from here only. Let's change and give it to lots of children change their mind perspective also. But no, you boys will be like, she is girl, if you are crying, don't cry, you are a boy. The main problem is the we people only do. Even girls also what do, when boys start crying, they used to say, you are not a girl, you can't cry. Why can't he cry? He can cry. He can show his feeling. Now he is also a human being. So why it's always like girls can cry and girls can show their feeling? Everyone can show their feelings. Thank you. I would like to call Suraj.
Hi guys, this is Suraj Singh Rathore in front of you guys today that we are presenting our presentation session or topic. So here I have a topic about my presentation, French Revolution. So let's start the topic. French Revolution was a revolution in France from 1789 to 1799. A result of French Revolution was the end of the French monarchy. The French Revolution began with a mistake or meeting state of the governments in Versailles. and also ended when the Napoleon Bonaparte came and took the power in November 1799. Before the 1789, France was ruled by the nobles and the Catholic Church. The idea of the Enlightenment were beginning to move ordinary people want more power. They could see that in American Revolution had created a country in which the people had power instead of a king. The government before the revolution was called the ancien regime. So now here talking about the causes. What was the causes behind the revolution? The problems in France that led up to the revolution. So here is some points of their revolution. Like the first one is that under the kings Louis XV and Louis XVI, France was fought against the Persia and British Empire. You can say that in the 7 Years' War, they fought against the Britain again in the American Revolution. They borrowed lots of money to pay for wars. And that is also caused that the country became the poor. What is the second point is of their sources? Second point is that the price, you can say the high price of the bread and also the low wages of workers caused to the ordinary people to suffer from that type of condition like hunger and also malnutrition. And that is caused that things, this made them dislike the rich nobles who had who have money to expand at the time and to eat well and also build their huge ensigns. And also here talking about the third point is that the Roman Catholic Church, while their own, you can say that the huge part of their France put the tax on crops called the dime, which hurt the hungriest and also the poorest people, as they were not able to afford or they were not able to pay that tax on their crops. And fourth point is that ideals of the Enlightenment, many people, you can say that disliked absolute and their revolution. Like they could also, in other countries such as the United States, they had recently been laid or formed that government, and that is also the people then they had more power compared to the government. And the government also wanted to freedom from their religion. And that was the all cause that things that happened like our revolution, French Revolution. So I want to stop that our presentation. So who will the next? Ayush.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ayush, and I am here to tell you about the concept of metaverse. Imagine you meet your family members or friends, but not really, rather in a virtual 3D world, one that is created artificially. You enter the world while sitting in your room using special headsets or gadgets. While entering the room, you can do a lot of things like studying, shopping, or working, but not in reality, but in this 3D virtual world. So, metaverse is something which is akin to this. It is a concept where you can do anything, but not in real life, but in an artificial life. Many people say that it is a replacement, it is a technology that will replace internet in the future, and it is the future of humanity. The word metaverse is made up of two words, meta and verse. Meta is derived from the Greek word which is a prefix that basically means beyond, and the word verse is derived from universe. So we live in this universe, it is metaverse, and that will be beyond this universe. So it is an artificially created universe. If you have watched any Marvel movie, then you must also be aware of the word multiverse. It is a concept of multiple existing universes. It is something that is even scientifically discussed. It is said that there are multiple existing universes all around us, and thus this word metaverse is derived from. If you go to internet, then it is also said to be a distinct kind of universe. But internet is mostly limited to 2 dimensions only. But talking about the metaverse, it is about the 3 dimensions. We use laptop, computers, mobile phones, but the screens are all 2D screens. But while talking about metaverse, it is about being into it, being in a 3D atmosphere. Suppose you watch any movie, then you can only watch it. You cannot only watch it as a viewer in metaverse. You will be completely in it. For example, you are watching Dandi March happening. So you won't only see the photos of Dandi March or the videos of Dandi March, but you will feel as if you are in that moment and watching and sitting in a boat nearby and looking at Mahatma Gandhi doing the Dandi March. Metaverse was first used in the year 1992 in a science fiction book written by Neil Stephenson. His book was called Snow Crash. It is about a dystopian world in which the real world has been destroyed and the outdoors is not livable anymore, and the people are mostly spending their time in apartments and houses and using virtual reality. There is another game that was launched in the year 2003, that was Second Life, in which you can create your own artificial world. To use metaverse, we need a lot of modern technologies. For example, the first technology can be virtual reality, VR. The second can be AR or augmented reality. And while talking about metaverse, we also talk about the 5G technology. 5G or higher technologies like 6G, because it requires a lot of internet to run all these things. And the use of blockchains and cryptocurrencies are also often talked about while talking about the metaverse. And if you want to buy any asset in metaverse, like house, any car or anything, then you need money. For that, NFTs are there. NFTs are non-fungible tokens. Recently, Facebook is doing a lot of things in developing metaverse, and it is said that by the year 2050, we are going to be technically more advanced, and we can have access to lot of devices that can be used for this metaverse. Thank you. Now I would like to call Karuna.
Okay, so good evening everyone. Today is our presentation session. Here I am Karuna Nidhi, and my today's topic is political parties. So what is political parties and how it works? So political parties is an organization of people who are connected with something. It could be their sentiments, the religion, their ideologies which connected them together, and how it forms. It form on different basis. It can be formed on their ideologies. If a number of people have same ideology, then they will together create a political party. If the number of people will connect to is connecting to a same religion, then they will form a political party. And there are also some protests. If there are some protest is going on, then after that protest, they create a party which was AAP party, which is working in Delhi, and also our Congress party. And now, what is the function of political parties? So the first is they elect the elections. It means political parties, they themselves don't elect the elections, means they distribute the tickets among the people, and on that tickets, their representatives elect that election. And if they win that election, they run the government, and if they lose the election, they work as an opposition. Here the work of opposition is also quite necessary, because if there will be no opposition in any government, then how will the government know that if they are working good or not? If there will be the opposition of that government, then the opposition will keep an eye on the work of that government, that whether they are going good or not, they are listening to the people or not, whether they are solving their problems or not, they are able to solve their problems or not. Then opposition will raise their voice, and they will try to influence the decision of the government. So this is this also the work of the political parties. And third one is the shape the opinion of the people. A number of group of people have a same concern, and they want solution for their problems. Then political parties, it means their representatives who has elected by that people, they listen their problems, and they took forward their problems in the front of government, and then government provides solution of that problems. This is also the work of a political party. And the fourth one is they make people aware about the different policies which government imposed, and which government talk about the different policies. They help to make people aware about that, because nowadays we can see that many people who lives in rural areas, they don't know about the different policies and schemes which government has imposed. So this political parties also helps them to know about that scheme, that how can they take benefit of that scheme and policies, and how can it will be better for them. This also the work of a political party. Now political party also is a state based, or you can say country based. Some political party who also runs in a state, like AAP party, and there is a TDP, Telugu Desam party, that also that party only work in the Andhra Pradesh, and AAP party, it only work in the Delhi. But there is a BJP, Congress, it is across the nation, means it is across the India, it is across the nation. So this was all from my side. So next one.
Okay, hello everyone. This is Ankit in front of you, and I welcome you all in a brand new week here at PACE. The topic that I have decided to speak is very integral to our lives. The topic is about digital detox. Some of my younger friends might not be able to understand what exactly digital detox is and how important it has become in this today's fast-paced world. Because see, everything that we do today is somehow related to the internet and the devices that we hold in our hands. Most of the time, if you see, India is bound to have more than 600 million internet users by the year 2024. So as the number of internet users are increasing in the country, there is also a number of hours that people spend on their devices is increasing. If you see, they are glued to their screens most of the time. and that is taking toll on their efficiency, their mental and physical health in one way or the other. So here I am to let you know what are the benefits of digital detox and how we can bring it in our day-to-day lives. See, the first I would like to explain is what is digital detox. Digital detox means that you are switching off your devices for a day or maybe a week, depending upon the circumstances that you live in. If circumstances allow you to stay away from your digital devices for more than a week, then you are living in a very healthy environment, which is hardly possible in today's world. Even staying away for an hour away from your devices, even people keep on waking while sleeping to check whether there is any notification or not. So that is taking toll on your habits, the way you are living your life. So digital detox ultimately helps you to break the cycle of addiction. Fine. The way you are a lot of consuming data and information, we are living in a world where our brain is overloaded with information. Fine. There is always a hunt for information. And that information anxiety takes toll on your mental well-being. So that is why this is very important. Number two. Number three, it saves time. Fine. Because irony is this, that on one hand, these digital devices have made our lives easier. Like if you want to have shopping or order food, medicine, to connect to your favorite ones, it has made it easy. Fine. It saves time. Earlier we used to stand in queue for make a simple transaction, but now we can do it, just using your devices at home. So on one hand, it has definitely helped us to save time. But on the other hand, if you see, people are glued to their screen. They are scrolling through their social media posts. It's not like sometimes they even do not know, and their finger is, scrolling. You are closing the same app and opening it again. You do not know it because it is happening involuntarily. It is etched in your software system, and you cannot control. So that is how you do it. Unknowingly, you just open and close the same app. You don't know why, but it happens because the software system is like that now. So that is the irony, that on the one hand it saves you time, but on the other hand it destroyed that save time, so-called save time, because ultimately you are wasting your time. So that is the number three benefit, as of my opinion. Number four is that it gives you time to talk to your loved ones, your favorite people around. It gives much required fresh air to your brain, which ultimately helps your creative capabilities. So that is very important to have, and that's why digital detox. And there are many people, they are taking such leaves. They are going to Maldives and different islands and keeping their devices behind. So it helps you because most of the time we feel exhausted after spending hours and hours. There is a digital well-being setting in your mobile phone. If you go in setting and find digital well-being, most of the people spend more than 6 hours on digital devices. That is the average hour that they spend. So that is taking toll, as I give you, mentally, physically, efficiency wise and creative wise, because it also reduces your creativity. It increases stress of looking at notifications time and again. You are stressed that am I missing on some notification? I am going to reply to that guy or that girl, that email. So that is a stress. That stress is a lot, and that is not helping you anyway. So if you are detaching yourself from these devices for some time, it also reduces your stress, because it builds stress while holding these devices on your hand. So that is the another benefit. And the rest, there are several benefits. If you start doing it, you will realize on your own. These are the major benefits that I want you to I want to draw your attention towards. And also it helps you with your sleep pattern, because it disturbs your sleep pattern. If you're spending too much time in front of that blue light, it definitely takes toll on your sleep cycle. Most of the youngsters today, they sleep somewhere around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, and I am no exception. It is just that I am saying, it doesn't mean that I am immune to such things. I am also part of it, but I am just drawing your attention to be more wise to be more productive. So this is all from my side about the topic. It helps you to focus on more important things. It helps you to meet real people outside. It helps you to spend time with your loved ones, and it also helps you to lead a happy and a peaceful life. So this is all from my side for today. Who is next? I would like to, yes, you guys here.
First of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to yes. So my name is Neha Kumari, and this is a presentation session, and I would like to talk about Bihar. So Bihar, we all know about Bihar. Bihar is the place which is situated in northeast of India. So it was performed in, I think, 22nd of March 1912. So we all know Bihar is basically known as by their customs, traditions, and most of their culture are available. So firstly I would like to say about on topic Bihar. Bihar is the which place where lots of things and culture are found, like most of the two dance performed like Jhijia and Jat Jatin, which is a very famous dance is popular in Mithila side, Mithila culture, where in Jhijia, which most like a group of women, they perform a dance on a lok geet. I don't know the name of, like, I don't know the English name of the dance, but if you talk about Jat Jatin, so Jat Jatin is performed, it is a type of couple dance, where a men and women are performed on it. So Bihar is like in Bihar, like these are the things are which is found. So and also we will talk about here is the two, it is the place of two religion, Hindus and Jainism, which is found in 300 BCE. I don't have exact idea on it, but yeah. So it is a center of two religions, Buddhism and Jainism. And also there was a first university, an Nalanda University, which was set by fire on Bakhtiyar Khilji. So there was a biggest library which is held by a Bakhtiyar Khilji, who set on fire in this library. And the most important thing, like it took 3 months to burn down into ashes. So also in Bihar, most of the things like basically 2 and 3 languages is there, Hindi and Bhojpuri, and also one additional language, which is Urdu, is found. In Bihar, most of the people who think like there is this place is not get a chance to utilize our skills, utilize our study, but we have to need understand it would be a great chance to utilize our mentality and our thoughts in agriculture. Like they provides a very good agriculture in here. So many of the students who think, like many of the people who always think about, like who most of the time who criticizing about Bihar, they don't, like this place is not get a chance to improve ourselves, like they like there is no provides, like sorry, like there in this country no provides any studies and lots of things. But we need to understand the things of Bihar. Like if you have some things which is extraordinary, so then you need to make understand on it. And then I would like to say next about it.
First of all, good evening to all of you. This is Nishant Kumar in front of you, and today is our presentation session. And so today you know that today India is celebrating National Sports Day. So today I will tell about the what is history behind it and all significance point regarding the National Sports Day. So today it is a 117th edition of the honor legendary our hockey magician that is known as Major Dhyan Chand. And you know that he was born in Allahabad, and this is known as Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh. He was born in 1905. And today you will all important point regarding the Major Dhyan Chand. So today our Prime Minister also tweeted, recently years have been great day for our India, because you know that our Indian teams performance very well in Tokyo Olympic and Paralympic, and so you know that ranks is also very good. So you know that gold. If you talk about the Commonwealth game, India on the most gold medal, at least 16 gold medals, and so it is a great achievement for our country. So now today I am going to the what is the history behind this. You know that today is the birth anniversary of Major Dhyan Chand, and you know that of course he is known as the wizard of the hockey, and so to commemorate his birth anniversary, so you celebrate the National Sports Day. And you know that what is the main achievement of the Major Dhyan Chand? He gave the hat trick in Olympic, in Summer Olympic, in 1928, 1932, after that 1936. So it is the first achievement for our India. And but nowadays some people are very unhappy and reluctant that they did not get the award, highest civilian award, that is known as Bharat Ratna award. So if they will be awarded from this type of award, so it will be good, and of course all sportsmen will give the 100%. And so now today I am talking about that this year our Prime Minister, you know, that launched the Fit India movement. So now the one point is also add Fit India movement in schools, universities and ministries and government office and private limited, because main motto was one initiative was also spoken by our ministry youth affairs sports minister, that is, you know, he is Anurag Thakur, and he said that to meet champion. So you know that all of you know that golden boy, that is known as Neeraj Chopra. Suppose he will go schools and he will share all experience and life lessons among the children. Of course, if they will share the life lessons, they of course all children will come and they will participate all types of games. So I am telling about some denomination of the sports. All of you know that you have two types of games, but one type of also game I want to add, like outdoor game, of course you know, an indoor game, and one is a fun indoor. But the fun means sack race, lemon race, and aerobic and squat challenging. This is a fun game. Nowadays, this type is also prevalent in our society because it gives rest and it is a very fun game. So nowadays, our Prime Minister is also appreciating all players who involved in any games. Like if talk about yesterday, our cricketer team, our cricket in Indian team has won the match in Asia Cup. Our Prime Minister also tweeted and they gave the congratulations. Well, you did very well and keep continue. So I would like to conclude my topic and once quote that let's celebrate spirit and the sportsmanship and fair play. Thank you. Have a nice day.